Next one is how to display last 10 months sales dynamically using Power BI. They may ask, but this is one of the one of my students, right? She got into a project after joined a company. She got assigned to a project. In that project, she got stuck up with this one. How to display last 10 months sales dynamically in Power BI. Okay. Last N months. So N can be anything. Okay. 3 months, last 3 months, last 4 months, last 7 months. Okay. For example, here, where is the other report file? This is the one. Okay. Here, last 10 days. In this case, this is what the, look at this, what the visual, right? Column chart. And I have used the slicer here. And, apart from the slicer, we have something else called what if parameter. This is called what if parameter. So this is your slicer, this is your what if parameter. And I'll tell you, don't worry what exactly this is. For example, I want to select, I want to select, for example, June 2012, if I select, okay, and here in the what if parameter, 2 I mentioned here. So whatever the month and year that I select, along with that, you show me the, one previous month sales also, okay. June month, and before that we have May, right? May 2000 to June 2012. If I specify 3 months data here, right? So 3 here, not 3 is not available, 4. So what happens is prior to June, how many more months, how many, so in total 4 months should be there, including your the month and year which you selected it. So before that, what are the months are there? May, April. So look here, June 2000, May, March, April, right? So if I type any month here for a selected value, it has to display, that many number of months in the backward direction, in the retrospective way. Okay, in the retrospective way, whatever the value that I said, right? So that many number of months it should display. So therefore, see here I just selected the June 2012, June 2012. Along with that, you show me the other 3 months, right? All these things put together 4 months. And if I slide this towards right side, 6 months. So prior to this, you have, what are the things are? Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June. So how can I achieve something, dynamic like this? How can I display the last N months for any given month here dynamically? Right? So anything dynamic, you can use the what if parameter. This is called what if parameter. This is a slicer, in this case, to implement this requirement. So look here, I have seen, if you select this, keep the calendar, we have created a column called month year in the calendar table. If you click on the calendar table, you can find something called month year. Look here, month year, right? So I created a format function that the calendar date column, comma, that is your month in 3 letters. Hyphen, I have combined the hyphen with this one, right? How do you, combine the values? Ampersand and ampersand, okay? And format year. To extract the month in 3 letters and then put hyphen and then put year. We created the column here, month, year column in your calendar table, right? And then what else we did it here? And then I created this visual. But before that, right, you will see what is this, what is parameter. If you go to the view, I think so. No, not view, I think insert. Yeah, in the modeling ribbon, you can see new parameter. If you click on this, numeric range and fields are available. So I just selected the numeric range. It will get created. And if you go here, right, the parameter, this is the one. See, when I see, when you click on the empty page, everything got unselected. If I click on this one get highlighted. The moment when it gets highlighted, the related thing also got highlighted here, right? Tick mark. Highlighted with tick mark. So this is the one is related to this one. You expand this one. You can see parameter value. So, right. So what happens is, for example, I'll show you from the beginning. Click on the new parameter, new range, numeric range. Here, numeric range or fields, it's a numeric range. Parameter, it's, 4 and a whole number. Data type is a whole number. Okay, minimum value should be start with the 2 and increment by 2, maximum 20. What will happen is it will start with 2. When you slide it towards the right side, it will increment by 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay, this is how I created this one. Look here, this is what if parameter. This is how I created that one, guys. And if you see here, right, if you drag this 4, and if you slide this to the right, so 2, 4, 6, each time it gets incremented by 2. And at the end of it, 20th, that's all. This is the maximum value. Initial value is 2, increment value is 2, and maximum value is 20, right? I just removed that. This is how I created this one, okay? And next, we'll go to this visual. I just selected this one. On the right side, you can see month year. In this case, the month year comes from sales W04, not from calendar table. I just go here and I'll show you in this. Now in the sales W04, this is the special highlight. You need to remember this highlight of this topic, okay? Here month year, I created the column. If you click on it, related, okay? Month year related calendar table. Yeah, in the calendar table, what are the month year, right? That one I brought it to my sales underscore W04 table also. So in this case, the calendar table and the sales W04 table got created with a linked relationship, right? Hence, if you use a related function, what happens is all the month year corresponding to each and every row will brought here. That's all, okay? So first step is you need to create a month year column in calendar table, and again you need to create a month year column in sales W04. And step 2 is, right, sorry, first step is this one. Second step is you need to create a what if parameter. And third step is you need to create a visual. And here the month year, look at the month year for the visual comes from sales W04 and sales in last 10 months. Okay, this is where the key logic is there. Sales in last. If you see here, yeah, we calculate function, the sum of sales, dates in period. Okay. So in this case, first you need to tell, which table the date column is there. So in this case, I mentioned that one. Second one is tell me the recent date. Maximum. If you use a maximum function on calendar date column, we give you the latest or recent date. Okay. These are so the dates in period. First argument is, which column, which table contains date column. You need to use it. And then what is the latest date, comma, parameter value. You remember this. So this is the one I'm referring. Okay, this is the one. Can you see parameter here? When you select this one, what happens? On the right side, this parameter, okay? Sorry, this is the parameter I'm talking about, okay? This is the one I'm talking about, parameter. This parameter, I simply used it as part of this measure. Whatever the value that I selected here, you just copy it here. Okay? This is the parameter name, the parameter value. Okay, this is the syntax. Okay, parameter value. This can be anything. Okay, I am given the what if parameter as a parameter name, parameter itself. Inside of this parameter value, comma. So in this case, what happens? If you select 2 here, the 2 will get copied here. Since I mentioned minus before that, minus 2. That means 2 years, 2 months go back. Here, month. You want to go 2 years back or 2 months back? So you can specify year, month also here. Quarter also you can specify. Okay. So, this is where the logic implemented. This is the one, this is the trick. Okay. Help us to implement this requirement. If you slide this to our right side, 4, right? That 4 will get copied here. This one will get copied. And then what will happen is it goes and checks the month, right? So whatever the month that you selected it, prior, take that month, and prior to that, 3 more months, right? You just select it in between. Okay, this is the latest date, within this one, and then it goes and picks up the previous 3 months, okay, or previous 4 months. Okay, this is the trick. Okay, what are the steps involved here? First, you need to create the month year column in this format in your calendar table. And second, create a what if parameter. What if parameter define the initial value, increment value, and maximum value. That's all, guys. Next one is the third step is create a visual. And month year, you need to bring it from your sales underscore W04 table, the x-axis, and then the y-axis, the measure whatever I created, that is the one I dropped it here. So, and the moment when I select any month, right, June 2013, when I select what happens, and again, if I specify two, including June 2013, show me the previous, last 2 months, right? So, June 2013, May 2013. If you select something like, 16, right, previous month, show. Okay, it works perfectly, right? So this is the one they will expect you to be good at it. So here nothing is there in not showing anything. So more, okay. So this is how you can implement the last n months. N months, it can be 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 10 months, 16 months, whatever the number of months that you want to display the previous one, including the current one that you selected it. That is possible with this approach. Okay, this wraps up this.